Yeah, so if anybody hasn't seen, or if maybe if I don't know if you've seen it, but the reports are that a 23rd woman has come forward, and let me make sure I get the language correct on this because I don't want to misspeak on a situation this sensitive. Let me just pull up let me make sure. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson is facing a 23rd civil lawsuit filed by Tony Busby, according to Harris County records. This one was filed following the recent HBO Real Sports segment. So now it's not 22 civil counts, it's 23. How much weight do you put into that? The report literally just came out.
But that number getting any larger is just even more of a bad sign. You would hope that maybe some of those what that legal team is probably hoping is that some of those accounts would drop off. Not that some people who didn't tie themselves to those lawsuits would come out of the woodwork after what was a damning HBO special. It was. Did you see any of it?
No, I did not.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. Terrible optics. Now, they did bring in the lawyer to try to explain some of it away so that there's a little parity there in terms of seeing, so they could see both sides. But, dude, it was bad. It was bad. He didn't come out of that looking good at all. And now there's another lawsuit.
Now we have a 23rd lawsuit.
I'd be worried if it was one. You just added one on to 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just Alex, I guess you don't need to watch it. Take my word for it. It's bad. You don't want to have Watson right now. You don't want to be trading for Watson right now.
It's hard to advise trying to acquire Watson, especially for players where we can project well for those players.
You don't want to give up a Waddle stack for Watson.
No, and I don't want to give up ETN either. I would say given in light of the news that just broke within the hour, hold off.
Yeah, remember Ezekiel Elliott had one female file charges against him, or file a lawsuit against him. No charges, no public HBO special, and he got a 6-game suspension.
Still got
Deshaun
hit with
Watson
6 games.
has 23 current females with a lawsuit against him, filing lawsuits against him. No criminal charges. Civic cases still pending. And something that the HBO thing brought up was there were 44 massage therapists in total, because he had some that technically came to his defense.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, this HBO special convinced one of those that came to his defense, or at least did not choose to speak out against him, did not choose to file the lawsuit against him, change their mind. It's just all bad, and it's getting worse. And even if this all eventually goes away and nothing comes of these lawsuits, which I wouldn't say is a great possibility right now, but I'm not a lawyer. There's still the question of, did he violate the standards articulated in the personal conduct policy? The conduct detrimental to the Shield that we've heard a lot about. Even if he gets cleared, no guarantee that they won't say, bro, you've been a huge black eye to the NFL over the course of the last 2+ seasons, and we don't like that. So we're gonna throw the book at you anyway, because regardless of what happened with the lawsuits, you're doing something weird. And it's been a huge black eye to the league. So there's a lot to think of. There's obviously a lot of things need to fall into place. A lot of things need to get worked out. And we don't have any answers. But it's all damning, and it's all at least worrisome to the point where I'm not making any trades for him.
There's a lot of baggage and a lot of unknown right now, and it makes it difficult to even try to suggest a buy low. Like I think for now, and again, I understand wanting to look for buy low opportunities whenever they potentially arise. This is a different conversation. It is difficult to vouch for trying to acquire him when his playing future is still very much undecided. Is he gone forever? I don't know about that. Will he play in 2022? Will he play a game in 2022? I don't know.
Yeah, and you might know more about this than I, because I don't pay attention to baseball at all. But wasn't there a domestic abuse charge with the player,
Trevor Bauer,
who and he didn't play for a full year, and then he was set to play the second year, and the MLB higher ups came in and said, "You're getting banned for another year." Didn't that happen?
Yes, he's essentially been like excommunicated from MLB without it being like actually official. But yes, last year he started playing part of the season, then the news broke. Then there was like a leave of absence, or they were putting him on like an administrative leave type thing, and he was suspended for the rest of the season. Eventually he was suspended for the rest of the season. I don't think he's playing. I don't think he has pitched this year either. To be honest, I'm paying less and less attention to baseball each year. But I don't think he's playing this year, or hasn't played to this point. So with that having already happened, I mean, the NFL is obviously well aware of that scenario. They are going to seriously consider the type of message that they get the opportunity to send whenever the punishment gets brought down. And it's hard to believe it's not going to be severe.
And we want to get to some of these questions in the chat from you, Johnny Jones, what's going on. But the last thing I will say is, I mean, I think he's getting what, $10 million this year, and then next year his contract goes up to 60 mil, and the year after that it's 60 mil, and the year after that it's 60 mil, and the year after that it's 60 mil. If you want to punish a guy, wouldn't you make a point to punish him in a year where he's getting paid the most?
So you're saying suspend him next year?
Well, I'm saying if the NFL is going to take a page out of the MLB's book, it would make sense to me that they would just say, yeah, you're not playing this year. You're not getting that full 10 mil. And you're not getting the bonuses based off of whatever you play on a per game basis or whatever. I don't know the contract details for 2023 either, because that's when you really get the money that you were awarded for. Because basically he was rewarded for whatever he did. He was rewarded for his actions.
Yeah.
With $60 million a year over the next 4 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if the NFL is going to actually try to make this right, which is a crazy thing to say, the NFL making something right,
go figure,
in the public eye. But if they're actually going to do it, it would make sense for them to come down harder on the years where he is actually getting paid the big bucks. True. A lot of extrapolation there. I think we've made our point with Deshaun Watson. Murky situation.
Very murky.
I would stay away in fantasy altogether.
For now, yeah. For now, stay away. If you want to, in a perfect world, let me rephrase that. in a world where he plays in 2022, you can revisit that when we know it definitively.
Right. And honestly, if you're looking for cheap quarterbacks to play in 2022, Jacoby Brissett might be the cheapest starting quarterback in the league next year.